life's like on that side. I can't explain what I believe when I look to you. I'll try when you were there. I'll find a place to hide.
Yes, people. Welcome back to another stream, man. Hope you guys are all doing well. Links have been sent out, by the way, guys. Yeah, I wasn't going to do one tonight, but so I didn't let the lads know. So I just sent them all out. The lads are on the way. But yeah, man, what a fucking win, Pulpy, man.
Good, wasn't it? Second half were good. I got in just as the game kicked off, and I was looking at social media on the way home, man, and people just moaning before the game lineups. And then I watched the first half, looked at halftime, and was moaning at halftime. What's this shit? It's like, come on, man, just give it a break. And then we won 2-0. And it's like, hey, everyone's happy again. So it's like, madness.
Yeah. Nah, it was crazy. Yeah. By the way, the chats come back on the screen, chat. So I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, smash these likes up as well. I'm going to bring up these Pep comments in a minute. Have you heard what Pep said
I saw something about him going mad about the VAR and saying like he's expecting Howard Webb to apologise tomorrow or something like, which he will probably. Because that decision is dog shit, but it's one of them, innit?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah, smash these likes up on the way in, lads. Smash it. What a win that was, man. Timmy's right here, man. Honestly, I've not seen fight from the players like that for a while, bro. Like last year, obviously, was disgusting. But you need to fight for it, man. And obviously, going there tonight with no recognised DM. Yeah, obviously, you know what it's like. Last 2 years, Manchester City played without a recognised DM. We lose the match. But tonight we fought for it. Yeah, obviously we got a little bit lucky at times. Obviously they were extremely wasteful. Incredible save by James Trafford at 0-0 on that Visser header. But we stuck in there. We fought and we got the result. You know what I mean? And in the end, we probably should have scored more, to be honest with you. But yeah, man, it's mad. And we'll obviously speak about a lot of the players tonight and we can glaze. But I think you've got to start off with Max Alleyne, in my opinion, because this guy, a lot of the City fans probably didn't even know who he was. Yeah, because look, not everybody is interested in academy football, which is cool. You don't have to be. Loaned out in the summer to Watford. Again, I didn't watch a single Watford game. And to be honest with you, completely forgot about him. Yeah, out of sight, out of mind. He's come back on an emergency. He got thrown in the deep end against Brighton, performed well. Okay, cool. Home game, whatever. Then he plays against Exeter, plays well again. Okay, home game, League One opposition, whatever. Tonight was the night that we was going to see if he was going to sink or swim, yeah? And he performed very, very well again. You know what I mean? And the thing is, yeah, do you remember that run that he went on in the second half when he just drove with the ball?
Side, didn't he? That Kovacic sort of style run, that wasn't it?
It was a Kovacic style run. Yeah, facts. Now, this guy looks very impressive, man.
What a week he's had, man. Like, he's literally played 3 games in 7 days.
You know what's surprising as well, right? And not everybody will agree with me on this, yeah? Because a lot of people will disagree. But he said that when City rang him to say, you're coming back, apparently he was buzzing and he was like, yeah, straight away. And I thought, you know what I thought to myself, yeah? I thought when we recalled him, I thought he'd be a little bit gutted because he's playing week in, week out in the chat. He's not playing in League Two. He's playing in the Championship for Watford. He's doing well. I think they're like 4th or 5th in the league. He's playing week in, week out, getting first team football.
He's been one of their best players apparently as well.
Yeah, he has. And he's getting a call. He's coming back to City. And I thought he'd think to himself, I'm coming back for a month and then I'll never see him.
Yeah, coming back for a month just to be on the bench or something.
Exactly. But now apparently he said in an interview that he was there straight away. As soon as City rang him, he was like, I've got to call back. I've got to do it.
From his side of it though, looking at it, I mean, we all knew he was a City player, but not many people would have known he was a standard good enough to play like that. But then you've got Victor Hayes who's gone out on loan. You would automatically assume he was above him in the pecking order as well. So he's gone out to Watford, just cracked on with his career, thinking it's probably over for me. Do well at Watford, I might get a move to a Premier League team off this, which some of them have.
Yeah.
And he just took the opportunity with both hands and said, you know what, I'm having this. Come in, slapped his bollocks on the table and said, I'm having it. Give it the best go I can. And he's been fantastic, hasn't he?
Yeah, let's go to our centre-back expert, former professional. Hey, you got 2 of them to glaze tonight, man. But start off with Elaine, man. Bro, Elaine tonight, we're just glazing Elaine, mate. Like, I can't believe the performance. Like, you know, and I know this sounds bad, yeah, but because of his age and because like he's only just come back, you're almost thinking, oh, he's gonna fuck up in a minute. He's gonna do something in a minute. Like, you just sort of like just think that it's going to happen. But no, he's so calm on the ball. Yeah, he don't fuck about with it. And you know what I like about him? There's a couple of times tonight where he just went, boom, punted down the pitch. Not try to be too tricky at times. Yeah, just, I'm in a bad situation. I've got Newcastle players running up mid. There's no pass on. I'm just going to get rid of it. Cool. I'd rather you do that than try and do some mad techie play and lose the ball and give a goal away. So he seems to have a real football brain as well. But yes,
I feel like what you just said there, bro, makes a big difference between being like a good centre half or an elite. Because the reason you get lower down in the rankings as a centre half is by fucking about and making balls of errors, isn't it? So what can make you the difference there is by literally just putting your foot through the ball sometimes and knowing when to play and when not to play. And this guy just knows, innit? But you can see it in the guy's face, bro. His level of composure and the way he could bring the ball out from the back. I heard what he said about his dad saying like he looks at John Stones a lot. You can see it in his game, bro. I can see that in him. He's like a little prodigy there of John Stones. The way he just carries the ball out, bro. Next level composure and calmness. And the academy as well. A real good place inside at the moment.
The academy's got a lot to do with that, man. He'll have been playing 100%. Like that since he's been 40. When I come as a young kid from somewhere else, but he'll have gone straight in. This is how you play, all the way through, and they're all been at it.
It's the way they're brought up, isn't it? These days, it comes from the top. But like this guy, man, I don't normally listen to the pundits at the end of the game, but I actually heard something interesting from them tonight, saying like, "Oh, well, do you think they need to go in and buy another centre half?" And Micah Richards, who again, he talks shit, I know, and fuck him and all that, but he actually did say though, like, hang on a minute, I'm not too sure, after watching this Elaine, they might have a player that they can like hang the hat on a little bit for the meantime, and I tend to agree, especially with that partnership in Cousinov, man. Cousinov for me, he's the main Donny for me. Cousinov's the main man. Some of the places he gets his feet in and gets his knee in just to get the ball away, bro. Just nicks
there's that one way, like he went in and it sort of bounced behind him and just flicked it away the back of his left foot like a little
against Baltimore Day.
Yeah, just that stuff like that.
Last man, bro. That guy for me, yeah. Oh my God, I'm so gassed that we signed Abdelkader Cousinov, man. Honest to God, like I just love I love him playing.
He got apparently on all like the stat websites. He was like statistically the best player tonight.
Well, it reminds me of as well. Like,
you know what it reminds me of? Cousinov, right? And it's not no way near in terms of ability. He's got that likability that Richard Dunn had. Richard Dunn was there was just something about Richard Dunn. He was a City player. He was a fan favourite. At the time, he was one of our better players. And he just stood out for being workhorse, a unit, quite quick. He just everything just seemed to fit. He's kind of that sort of like fan favourite, cult hero sort of guy that you just know.
It's the no nonsense in him, bro. The guy's no nonsense in it, first and foremost. And like I said,
he's a throwback, in it. He's a throwback. Yeah.
He is a throwback sort of player, but he's got that modern ability. Like, this is the thing, you know what people do? Because he's a throwback player, everyone just assumes that he's not that great on the ball, which is a load of BS, man. He's actually fucking solid on the ball, but because he slides in and he gets stuck in, everyone goes, oh yeah, he's decent, he's not great on the ball though. It's like fucking BS, man. He's great on the ball, but just because he does the physical side of the game well and he gets stuck in, people just assume that he's not that good on the ball, which is crap anyway. But he's going to be an elite level player for this football club. Yeah, he's probably putting in mega performances. But I know what as well. I'm so glad Pep stuck with that centre back partnership because he must have been thinking going up there tonight. Should I stick Ake at centre back? Should I play Ake and Huzanov? Should I play Ake? And he thought, no, I'm going to stick them two. They've done a good job in the last two games. Just stick with them. Yeah, and they've done a great job, man. And I'll stick with them again on Saturday.
Yeah, they've got to start Saturday, them two. They've done nothing wrong.
Done nothing wrong.
No,
they've actually made standout performances. Yeah. There was one instance, LB, where I was on the watch along, listening to you. I had you in the AirPods and watching the game, and it just comes to him first time, and bang, he just swatted it, straight to the left wing and landed on my man's feet. And he was like, well, I don't know if he meant that there, bro. Clearly he meant it, and clearly it was showing how class the guy is at long range passing. Pep actually highlighted it as well. His range of passing it's insane. His accuracy on like the weight of pass as well, bro. He's a special talent, man.
Nah, 100%. Let's have a look at some of these Pep comments then, because the chat is saying that he kind of popped off Pep Guardiola after the game. Let's have a look what he was saying.
Well, by the way.
Right, I've scrolled past it there. Here we go. He said, let's bring Tarek in as well. Big up Tarek, man. Right, this is what Pep said after the game. He said, I didn't see anything about referee decisions when we lost here 2-1. I didn't say anything about the Emirates FA Cup with Dean Henderson, so okay, it's fine. I'm pretty sure Howard Webb is going to comment with an explanation tomorrow. And then he glazed Bernardo Silva, and then he spoke about Marmoush. He said Haaland is exhausted, which, yeah, I think you could tell that tonight, man, to be honest with you, that he's exhausted. Man. Yeah, we do need Marmoush back, but yeah, there was not a lot of comments there. But yeah, Tarek, mate, what are you saying? Massive win, that, bro.
Yeah, when you look at the lineup, I admittedly did not have a lot of confidence, right? And you just hope to get through it, and because it's a two-legged affair, so you just hope to get through in a position where you can win it in the second leg. But the boys did well, and the back line, which you're concerned about, did well. The midfield, but they didn't lose it. So yeah, all things considered, a much better performance than I thought we were going to have, to be honest with you. Or let's say better result. Let's say it that way.
You know what it was for me, though, boys? It was the fight, man. It was the fight because big up Danny, bro. Big up to you, man. Yeah, last year, there was a lot of games last year when you're watching the players and you're like, are you really fucking fighting for the badge, man? Are you fighting for the fans here? Yeah, and sometimes I was thinking, no. But tonight, mate, we dug in so much, man. And obviously, yeah, you get a little bit of luck, but I'm someone that thinks you make your own luck, me. I really fucking do. And yeah, that second half, we dug in again. I thought Pep's subs, by the way, top fucking class substitutions. Rodri, Rico, and Reinders. Even Reinders was doing a bit of defensive work as well, which was nice to see. But that's what you need, man. You need everyone to be pulling in the right direction. However, Pep is right. We do have a little bit of a problem with some of these players because some of the players are fucking knackered, man. Yeah, and obviously Marmoush ain't coming back. Well, I think they play tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, and they've also got a third place match no matter what. So,
shit, man.
Yeah.
That's fucked, bro.
He's back next week. It just means he's back next week, right? It's fine.
Yes.
One more game.
Yeah, I suppose you're basically asking Haaland to do you one more game against United, and then he gets Bodo Glimt off, and he gets Wolves off. Surely you don't need Haaland for Wolves, innit? Like, surely not.
You wouldn't think so. But then again, we desperately need points in the league, so.
They got a little bit of a kickstart after they played United. They've actually done better recently after playing United.
They have, yeah.
Yeah,
it's about outsiders, mate. It'll turn off for United, won't they?
Yeah, but you don't expect to have to go and need him necessarily in that match. I wonder if there's any, could you get away with just putting Semenyo up top? He's got the physicality to hold the ball up. He's got the pace.
Haaland starts against United. He'll be well up
for
it.
Yeah, but if you need to give him a rest, or even if you need to take him off, I think there's options.
You just give him an hour, and if the game's not over by then he'll stay the rest of the game. But if it's 3-0, then he can come off.
You have to rest him against Bodo Glimt, don't you? That's what you have to do. Bodo Glimt and then Wolves, for me, they're the games that you got to rest him, man, because you can tell he's not moving. He's obviously knackered, man. But yeah, Danny, let me get your take on today, mate. What are you saying about that?
Yeah, first half a bit naff, but then again, there's the atmosphere. You want to kill the atmosphere, make the game as boring as possible, so I can kind of understand it. Then second half, after that Trafford save, we really kicked into gear and probably could have scored a couple more than just the two. And obviously the disallowed one was absolutely fucking bullshit. But yeah, really, really good. Not a lot of teams come to St. James's Park and create the chances that we did and control the second half the way we did. I think also, I'm not sure if you've discussed this, but this is the first time they failed to score at home this season. So just a big shout out. Yeah, a big shout out to our back 5 or 6 players who just locked it down very, very well.
And Vissa, because he was terrible.
Vissa was awful. But yeah, and it's ironic because I think I tweeted this out. We hyped Newcastle up as this physical midfield team and how they have the best physical midfield in the world. We brought in all the techie ballers and they changed the game. So
well, it's funny you say that, right? Because before the game, I was chatting to the people in the chat about it, right? We're speaking about their physicality and how you deal with the physicality. And I said, just try not to get into the physical duels. You got to out-tech them. If we start making this a fucking fight and a scrap,
you're not going to win it.
No, you're going to lose and you're going to make it bad, yeah? What you got to do, you got to out-tech. Yeah, Walter said it in the chat. You got to just fucking play with the ball. And in the first half, we were really poor with the ball at our feet. We couldn't even get out of our half for a lot of it. For the second half, We took it up a notch. We started playing football. We kept the ball a lot better. And we can basically control the second half. And then when Rodri, Tijani, Reinders, and Rico came on, it just went up another notch again.
Yeah, and you can tell after a while it starts to rattle them. They was rattled. They was getting yellow cards left, right, and center, kicking out.
I was gonna say the Joel Linton yellow card helps with the physicality, right? Because he's got to be at least somewhat dialed back a bit.
Mate, they've just got a bunch of shin kicking ogres in there. That's all they are. Just playing around them.
But yeah, and I think that's what gets them. You know, we talk about that physicality. That's the key. But once you get that yellow card, you have to change the way you play. And you
absolutely.
can't do the things that you've been doing, grabbing, pulling, shoving, kicking, all that stuff. And so now you got to just play footy, and we're better at that than they are.
I think at the same time as well, lads, I think you have to give credit to our lads. I think we matched them a lot of the time physically as well, as technical as a lot of the lads may be. I think we was fucking there fighting. Again, you said it yourself, LB. It's the fight today. We was fighting for every ball. You know, we didn't let them get like any free, clear runs. You know, we was on their heels, man. And you've got to give our players credit for that as well.
Yeah, and we should probably glaze Trafford as well for that save, because that goal goes in on this header. That game goes completely different way, man. You know, what a save that was. I didn't know whether it was going in at first, and I saw the replay from behind the goal. That was definitely going in.
Of course it was going in.
It was an incredible save how he's got up there that quick to get his hand to it and tip it onto the bar. And big save. And I thought the second half his passing was a lot better in the second half as well. Do you know what I mean?
It had to be better though, innit? You know what I mean, bro? But at the same time as well, you could say the same for him. He was no nonsense as well. You know, sometimes safety first, man. Just go along, bro. And he was safe in that net today, and I felt good about him today, bro. I'm buzzing for him, to be fair.
Yeah. Nah, defo. Let's have a look at some of the guys saying it was a great save. Nah, it defo was. It defo was. They weren't as dangerous behind. Yeah, that Jacob Murphy going off of them hurt them, because he was the one that was causing the problems and getting the crosses in, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Facts. Innovator says, that Trafford was immense. He was really composed. Yeah, he was. DVP says, agreed, us having a clean sheet is incredible for us as a team. Trafford would start for most clubs around the world. I would rate him highly.
I think he would start for Newcastle as well. I mean, they wanted him in it. That's why they tried booing him, man.
He was getting booed, wasn't he? You know what I'm saying? He was getting booed. Bit strange.
Nice try on that.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about new signing. Semenyo got himself a goal today. Probably should have had a second goal potentially, depending on your views on that. A lot of people, lads, said we didn't need him. I'm still hearing it by people. I heard it from City fans. I'm hearing it from rival fans. We don't need him. We don't need him, which I thought was kind of crazy. Another goal, 2 goals in 2 games for Semenyo. Danny, I'll start with you, mate. What are you saying on Semenyo?
Yeah, quiet first half, but I think once he switched onto the left, he was very, very good. I think in the last couple of games, we see he's much better on the left than he is on the right. And he's sort of like Doku in the way he's a physical winger. He holds the ball up well. He shields players off very well. And again, very right place, right time goal that not a lot of our wingers have scored recently, not since, the Raheem Sterling days. Second one should have counted. It should have counted, obviously. If you take 6 minutes to disallow a goal, it's clearly not clear and obvious. But again, it's not something we've lacked, because I said he's similar to Doku, but just having that option on both sides, having sort of 2 Dokus. I know they're sort of different, but they're similar at the same time. Just having 2 sort of quality wingers has really helped us. And again, he was quiet in the first half, but again, just having that option, somebody who can play both sides is.
Do you know what I like about it though, Danny?
Yeah, go on.
He was quiet in the first half, but he got me a goal. Whereas I've had wingers at this club for the last 2 years that have been busy in the first half, and they've been busy for 90 minutes.
That's a good point. Yeah,
I've produced fuck all. Like at the end of the day, it's about putting the ball in the back of the net, man. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm about, me. I want this player to score goals, and he was quiet in the first half. He got me a goal in the second half, and then when he went onto the left, he really got involved in the game. And
just at the same time as well, boys, I think it's maybe a little bit harsh to say that he was quiet in the first half, because I think he's shown patience. You can't always beat the man, right? Sometimes you just have to keep the ball. And that's a key thing in football, man. He's shown patience to me in that first half. He didn't necessarily get any clear chances to, like, he was kind of a 2-on-1 kind of thing. Like the winger was on him, the fullback was there, like backing the winger. So he just showed a bit of patience for me in that first half.
I think right, Steve, he's settled into the system quickly. And my concern was, I've been vocal about this, that it would take a while for him to get used to the way City play, because he's not played that way. But he seems like he's just had 3 training sessions, and he understands it because he's probably seen it, understands how City play as a professional. He probably understands how he can fit into that and what's needed of him before he's even been told. You know, he seems to have that knack of being in the right place at the right time. You know, and how refreshing is it? I mean, it's one of my favourite things is when you get a new signing and they hit the ground running. There's nothing better. Marmoush did it last year. How good was Marmoush when he came in last year? You just know there's a goal in him. And every time Semenyo gets the ball, you're thinking he can make something happen. You know, and I will say it's not. I don't like people who use what Semenyo's done in the last game to beat other City players to death with it. You know what I mean? Be thankful that we've actually got a guy who's coming in who can do something because. You know, if you're going to sit there and say Semenyo's playing and Savio's shit, it's counterproductive, really. So I just leave that as it is. You know, and the fact that we have got somebody who can contribute now, who is physical, who can play both sides. Let's just enjoy that, and then hopefully, while the pressure's off the other lads, they can potentially start to chip in as well now.
And it takes the pressure off Haaland because he's probably looking around now, going. Right, fucking hell, there's a guy here who can score, so I'm not having to shit myself every time I go in front of the goal.
You see what he said? Did you watch the Inside City?
No, I've not seen it.
Oh, yeah.
They were both laying next to each other on the bed, weren't he? He was saying, like, he's not going to pass to me now because he's not going to pass to me now because I'm in running for the golden boot with him.
Yeah.
That's how he said
It's coming for my golden boot.
I think like on the flip side with Haaland, if Haaland can see that Semenyo's making the back post runs now, can Haaland vary up his runs now that someone else has the back post? That's what I want to ask Haaland to do now. Because now it's not like we have no one at the back post and Haaland's the guy there. Now we have Semenyo doing that. So now it gives Haaland even more reason to be a bit more creative with the runs.
Yeah,
and he is tired, so maybe it's something to work on after the rest. But again, Semenyo's got the back post for me now. So
the one thing about Semenyo is, and I never obviously you watch Bournemouth, but you're not really watching it as a fan of the players. You're just watching it as because they're usually an opponent, right? So you don't really pay much attention. The one thing that stood out to me since he's joined is that goal for Rico Lewis the other day. That cross. That is a 10 out of 10 world class cross, and you can see the run from Lewis. He puts he put for one quick second. He points. He said, "I want it there," and he puts it there. Yeah. You know, and he has that in the locker, and that is Doku. You ain't getting Doku doing that. Savio's got it, but he doesn't particularly ever get in positions. We haven't got anybody else out there who is like, someone's making a darting run, he will pick them out. You know, and
he just got his head up in it for a change. You know, rather than having his head down.
Put it onto a sixpence, mate. It's perfect.
Yeah. But the thing is as well, because he's so two-footed, he can actually cross the ball with his left foot and it'd be like a legit mega cross.
Real cross, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that it'll be interesting to see how he gets on, man, because I think a lot of City fans are probably underrated him in terms of the impact that he could have. Obviously, we're only 2 games in, but I think he's just going to score a shitload of goals. And I think he's going to be one of those players that might not play well in some games, but he could still pop up with a goal.
Get you a goal.
But you need that at this level. You need, we had Sterling who used to score a bag load of goals. Mahrez who used to bag load of goals. Sane, you know what I mean? And you can't just have one guy that you trust to score goals, Erling Haaland, and everybody else not be able to put the ball in the back. And obviously then if you add Cherky into the mix, and Reinders, who's fine, you're starting then to accumulate a number of players that are playing that can get you goals. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with it, man. I think he's going to be a top player.
Before we might move off Semenyo, I just want to say something, right? You know, so there was the rumours that he was going to sign for City, and then this bullshit that Jamie Redknapp came out of about he's heard something.
Oh yeah.
We need to start taking seriously then when the aggregators are saying it's happening, because looking at the video of the City inside City, they put a plane on for him. He's turned up with his family. They've got cameramen there filming him. There ain't no way that he's going to Manchester to then go to sign for Liverpool. This bullshit and all these narratives, man. When I think we have to now settle that when it gets to a certain point, when they're all on the same boat saying it's done because it's done. Then he was picked up by City. He was taken to the airport by City. He was flown by City. He had City content creator teams were there. It was all ready for him. So we now have to accept that. When it gets,
it's only you that don't believe him, bro. We've already accepted it, mate. You're living.
No, a lot of people say it's not.
Well, I'm thinking about like the Gay situation.
Saying he's going to
these man, yeah.
We have to now accept that we move. When we move, and it's done.
Do you think we get Gahey then? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think so. There's too many moving parts, and there's too much money involved for us to say, yeah, I think, and I know this is going to move off the topic a little bit, but I don't think he's worth 250 grand a week. Not when you're paying people less who are probably just as good. It's one of those transfers that will upset things a bit too much.
Yeah.
How much is Diaz on?
He's got a new contract.
How much is Guardiola on?
He's got to be on big money.
Yeah, but if he's not,
we can always rediscuss wages, innit?
I know. What I'm saying is, I don't think City are really going to be wanting to just bring somebody in because of desperation. I think it's got to the point where it's too much money involved that it's going to upset things too much.
So
I just think City just walk away.
What I'm looking at says that Ruben Diaz is on 250.
And it took Ruben Diaz 3-4 years, 5 years to get to that level of wages.
And Gvardiol is at 175.
So, you're bringing Gahey in to come straight on 250 because he's a free transfer. I don't think City are going to go that high.
Yeah, I didn't mean to take us off track, LB. My bad. I was asking because Pulpy was talking about, when you see the comments online or whatever. And I know the last thing that I saw earlier today was basically that City were preparing a formal offer, which we know we never offer a formal offer unless we think it's going to happen.
Yeah,
otherwise we still give ourselves the back.
Got some breaking news from Tarek here, man. Big up.
I mean, that's just one was on Facebook.
I agree with Tarek. I think if that news is true today, that City are going to offer a formal bid.
It depends what happens tomorrow. If it comes out tomorrow that it's a bid's been put in, like there's been a price has been put in, and it's confirmed by the people. I think that as it edges towards that, it goes to the point I was just saying about. It gets to the point of no return where they're invested from then. I just don't know if City are going to be willing to throw that much money at it just to get him over the line now to stop other people getting it. Because I just don't know if City were paying for a transfer fee and he wasn't a free transfer, would you pay him that much wages? You wouldn't, would you?
I don't think you would.
I don't think you would be paying him to. He's not a 250 grand a week player.
How much would you give him?
140, 130.
That's just not.
He's not elite, mate. He's not elite, is he?
Bro, that's not. I think Calvin Phillips is on 150 grand a week at this football.
Yeah, that needs investigating. But what I'm saying is, Gahey is more that to us because we're desperate.
Nah, I think this guy's getting that cash anywhere, bro. I think in a modern game, I think that's the modern price for a player.
Everybody wants him, innit? So
you've also got Stones who's probably going to be off the books. I think he's making around 250.
But Stones is on 250, right? Do you want to give Gahey 250?
He's been in the England fold for
at least
years now. I think he's clearly good enough. He's clearly good enough for that money, in my opinion.
I don't know based off what.
Based off the fact he's an English international and probably
Euro.
So Kwanzaa's in England.
Then again, to your point, Calvin Phillips won England Player of the Year and hadn't
exactly. Kwanzaa's an England international. Dan Burns an England international. Lewis Dunk's an England international.
Fraud. Why do you like him?
I'm just saying that just because
I think Gahey is England's best centre half.
Oh, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I absolutely agree with you.
I'm looking on this site, and again, this site does not mean that it's correct, right? But I just use it as a relative measure. It said that Gvardiol is making 175. It shows him as Gahey is only on making 50,000 at Crystal Palace. 5 times his money is a lot of money. But again, you have to give him something to make up for the fact that he's not going to get his sign-on bonus if we try to move for him now. So, I mean, I understand why they would do it. But you are locking yourself into a long term. But they have to figure out, can they get through from now to the end of the season, and then do you open up the door for him to go someplace else in the summer? I don't know.
I think 200 now is the modern price for a decent player.
Who's a top player. I think he's a top player.
The only way I've seen it gets done is if City can agree a fee with Palace to say, let's say 24 mil, and then instead of being 35, that 11 million in gets spread to his signing on bonus, and he goes on a decent wage like 170. City aren't paying him 250. They're not paying him 35. They're not going to do that. That's 100 million transfer.
I think you might be very surprised. What City?
The thing is, as well,
if they do, it signals a shift in what we're used to, and I don't know.
I think you massively underestimate Matt Gahey, bro.
We've quickly given him a bump in contract. Like Ruben Diaz got a contract extension after like a year because he was that good. So, he was only there a year before he got bumped up.
Yeah.
I'm just asking your question now. If we sign Gahey, right, and we've got our centre backs all fit, where does he play? Does he play?
He can fight for Ruben Diaz's place.
But does he start in front of Guardiola and Diaz?
I don't
No,
think so.
probably not.
Again,
I don't
No.
think so. So are you going to be chucking 250 at someone to sit on the eat bench?
Do you not need that though in the
We're
modern
doing
game?
right
No,
now
no,
with John
you do.
Stones.
But
At
not
least
for
he would be
250 on the week,
healthy
the
and
highest
be
paid defender.
available. John Stones isn't even available.
I know, bro.
And he gets 250.
He's a quality player.
Even if he never starts a game, he'd be a better investment than what we got with John Stones right now.
I think he could easily compete for Diaz's position.
No.
You have to remember as well, lads.
No.
Ake's probably got 2 games left in him before he gets injured as well. You know, this is
Right.
This is a big run.
I don't get this thing about people saying like Diaz is mad clear of Mark Gay. Like I don't see it.
He is.
I don't think.
I think he's clear, but not astronomically clear.
But you give him. I give Gay a fighting chance to get that position over Diaz.
Yeah, I would too.
No,
I would too.
Especially if he comes in now, he's got the next month to play to hold that position down. Him and Huzanov. And when Diaz comes back, Pep will then have to make a decision: have these guys been good enough, or do we need to drop one of them and put Diaz back in?
Right. So on Gahey, right. So if he doesn't sign for City on 200, let's just say 200 grand a week, Liverpool aren't getting in that.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Oh my god!
Liverpool
Hold
aren't.
on.
Why?
You're saying-
Have you seen the way they spend? Of course,
They're not giving Gahey that. They're not.
They are.
If you
Are you
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
right
have to
now,
pay big
Gay,
wages, though.
or in the summer? Because in the summer, he may not get that much per week because he's going to get a big 15
He's going to get a
to
massive
20
chunk of change
million.
up front, and he's not going to. No,
This is not the 1990s. He's going to get
Opie.
200 grand.
He's a left-sided center back. Van Dijk, who's our current left-sided center back, who's been a club legend for them, is 34 years old. Of course, they pay 250k to the heir to Van Dijk. I think they absolutely would.
They do. The
it's like
modern
you
game,
haven't watched football.
the player, bro, the players are on dole.
Right? Right? Stop the glaze and stop the desperation levels of we need his play because he's him. What has Gahey achieved in his career apart from winning the FA Cup? Which
the guy's been in Crystal
apart
Palace
from
man.
winning the FA Cup.
he didn't deserve it.
It was
Deserve
mega
it.
for England in the Euros. Did you watch him in the Euros?
I did. We were.
It was class.
Yeah, but like Daniel said, Calvin Phillips was England's best player of the year.
I'll tell you what he's about to
No,
achieve,
but
bro.
that-
He's
no,
about to
that-
achieve a big move.
You can't
That's
just
what he's going
say
to do.
what has he done in his career, but don't talk to me about the FA Cup final.
We
Don't
didn't-
talk to me about
no,
when he was
no, you
mega
can't
for the
class-
Euros.
No, I'm sorry, but you can't class fluking an FA Cup as some sort of magical achievement, mate. You
He
can't.
captained the side, bro.
Right? And
Crystal Palace.
He captained the team to
Bruno,
a final.
United won the FA Cup with Bruno Fernandes as the captain, right?
All right, and
Come
so
on.
why not? Why can't we speak? So we can't speak about the FA Cup.
I'm
What
just
about the-
saying, you can't.
what
It's not a metric to judge someone on.
Okay.
He's playing for a mid-table Premier League team,
England
and you're talking
Euros
about him
was
like he's a
absolutely
Franz
mega for
Beckenbauer
England
of
at the
the world
Euros.
football now.
Why can't we speak about that?
What?
England at the Euros. Why can't we speak about that?
Because it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant, doesn't it?
Bro, the only thing I can speak on is the fact that I've got no life and I watch a lot of football. And I've watched Crystal Palace a lot. And I like him a lot. That's
He's
all
a
I
good
can
player.
speak on.
He's a good player. Is he better than what we've got? No, he's not. We've all agreed that he's not.
Well,
So why are you willing to give him more money than what we've got?
But Paul, we're trying to build a squad, not a starting 11.
Yeah.
Mate, 250 grand a week is a
What
start.
would you do then? All right, and what would you do? What would you do then? Because Ake's
Would
gone
you
in the
just keep
summer.
these two
And
centre halves
Stones
now,
has
like
gone in the
Hudson
summer.
up
So
in
what
a lane,
would you do?
What would I do? Well, I think one of those slots is going to go to Victor Hayes. And the way I see things are developing now is I think that Max Alain's probably stepped up to being taking one of those as well.
I think you can't.
So you've got your three key centre backs in Gvardiol, Diaz, and now Kusanov, who has stepped up, by the way. So you want in Ake, you want in Diaz out the team to then put Gahey in, is now also relegating Kusanov out the team, who you're saying is the best Donny. You know, so you're also doing that. Something's got to give, mate. You're not having 6 centre backs.
Yeah, well, you know what? There's a little confusion here because when I come onto the stream, I was actually quite with you in saying that, you know what? We have to question, do we actually need this guy now? If you want to talk about his quality, for me, that's another story.
No,
He has top quality.
it's both,
Yeah.
mate. Do we need him? Would we like him? Yes. Do we need him?
That's the question. The question is not his quality. The question is if we need him or not.
Well,
I
if
get
Diaz
that
wasn't
question.
injured, if Diaz wasn't injured, right, would you be saying you want him now?
Yeah, I said we should have signed him last January.
But you're a strange lad. But what I'm saying is,
Can't really argue with that.
what I'm saying is, if Diaz was fit and it wasn't an injury crisis at the back, you wouldn't be out there saying he's a definite. We need him. Let's just roll it to the
It's
summer. You
fair,
wouldn't be
mate. You know,
wanting to break bank for
I
him.
look at Kusanov as well, innit? Like you say, Kusanov is so good for me. So it's a good question. for me.
Yeah, if
Is
you
it
sign Gahey,
more
right?
likely that
So let's say-
that Hayes stays and
I
goes
think
on
so.
loan a second year as opposed to not signing?
Let's say,
signing,
right. So you have Guardiola and Diaz, they are your starting centre backs. Then if you sign Gahey, is he ahead of Kusanov?
Probably,
Is
yeah.
he? So then you're
I don't know
burying
how
Kusanov
man.
as well. For
Well,
for
wait
what?
a sec. He's a left-sided
fine for
centre back,
nothing.
so you could have
No,
him.
no, both to left and right side because Kusanov can play left and right. He's done them both.
No. But you could have Gavardio as your first choice left, Diaz as your first choice right, Huzanov back up right, Gahey back up left, Elaine.
I'm not having it.
It
All
merges
season,
by
people have been
that
all season on this show, and you've been telling me Kusanov should be starting games, and now you want to sign a defender ahead of him because
No,
of what?
because
Because of
Gahey can be the
desperation.
backup left side if you want.
No, I don't
Well,
buy
if
his
he's
left
coming to
side
be a
bullshit.
backup, he's not
He
going
can
to
play
join,
there.
is he? Anyway, so it's a daft story, really.
That's
If
a
he-
good point.
If
yeah.
he's coming to be a backup, he's not coming to City. He's
Yeah.
going to go somewhere
No,
where he's
these-
main man.
But
The
then
easy
again,
choice is Liverpool. The easy choice for him is to go to Liverpool because he knows full well he can walk straight into that team and he can play every week.
yep.
The other option
He's too
that
good
we
to be a
haven't
backup
talked
for me.
about is moving Gavardio back to left back, which I don't particularly advocate for, but that is an option. You could put Gavardio at left back, you could put Gahey at left center back, and then he has his starting spot.
Yeah,
That's harsh on O'Reilly.
It is, but
He's
again,
not
we
gonna
see
come to
O'Reilly
City
playing in
anyways.
midfield today.
Mm.
Yeah,
Not
no-
saying
no-
I like it, but just saying
Yeah,
it's
not
an
to the
alternative.
same level he plays at left back though. I thought he was.
Oh no,
Yeah.
he's not.
Yeah,
Definitely not
no.
at the same level. Oh God, no.
Yeah.
And,
All right, let
and
me
Ryan Norrie's back. So
let me come to some of these chats, and then I want to speak about Doku as well because I thought Doku was class today. Big up Bradley, who says
Please
City
do,
win the
my bro.
league. I know. I'll come to you first, bro. Bradley says City
Fucking
win the
guy
league
right there,
and
man.
cup. Defo. Big up Brad, man. Appreciate the super chat, lad. Gloria says let's talk about Rico. I'll come on to Rico in a bit because he gets mad criticism off our fan base. It's unwarranted. Big up to you, bro. Big up Gary says Cousinov and Elaine, bloody rapid and solid. King Kuzo says Gary. Big up to you, bro. Big up to City Star with the 10 months who says, does Pep even know how good he has it here at City? It's not obvious that so many coaches lurking around the Etihad waiting for Pep to leave so they can get the job. All right, bro, there's loads of them. Enrique will want it. Maresco will want it. It's just a stable football club, yeah, with a good board and that. And providing we don't get found guilty on 115, it's a chill job. It's a chill job after Pep. And big up Citizen as well says Pep keeps adapting. He keeps getting away with it. Which sounds like
I
don't know.
think that's an oxymoron. I think you've contradicted yourself.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he sent it the right way. I don't think he means it like that. I don't know. Maybe let us know in the chat. Are you cooking Pep or are you
I think he's trying to
lazy?
say like he's getting away with staying in the job, isn't he? That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but then he says Pep keeps adapting.
yeah, he's
which
adapting.
is
Isn't
positive.
adapting a good thing though?
Yeah. Citizen, what do you mean, bro? Let us know in the chat. Big up Palumi says, get me Schlotterbeck. That is too much. Well, that's the other name that people want. That's the other name people
And
want.
that is a full-on left-sided center back, right?
That's a full-on left-sided
Yes.
centre back. I agree. Right, okay, Doku. Only one place to go. Steve Lewis.
Let's
is the
talk about the
Doku
man of the match,
defense league, I agree. I think he's the man of the match, in my opinion. What you saying?
Well, obviously, there's a lot of excitement going into the game for me immediately. We're seeing the Ghanaian brothers there on either wing. You know what I mean, bro? It's exciting times, man. It's scary times for defenders. But, like I say, Semenyo was a little bit patient in that first half. What's Doku going to do? He's going to kill you. And he's going to kill you every time he likes. And he did just that, bro, every time he had the ball. He also did a piece of play today. I thought I was watching Lionel Messi on that left-hand side near Pep Guardiola, bro. You know, this is just a guy that will always give you that something special, something different, more than anyone in the world can offer you. You know what I mean, bro? That's what Doku gives you, bro. He's always going to beat the man every single time. Beat the man. And then, you know, he picked out a decent ball from Bernardo Silva, and that's as good as an assist for me, bro. You know, them two in the wing for me is going to be the starting wingers, bro. Like week in, week out, and bro, there's just so much to come from them two in particular, man. Like it's so exciting. You get more goals from Semenyo as well. If you want output, you got output on the other side, more clinicalness on the other side, and you've got pure chaos and killer instinct in terms of beating a man on the left. It's just nice, man. It's so exciting, bro.
And you know what, Semenyo, yeah, obviously Semenyo's mint, but Semenyo should push Doku further forward as well, because Doku's going to have to increase his performance levels even more, because if Semenyo does start playing on the left, and I do think Semenyo will get a lot of game time on the left. Doku not going to play, so Doku's going to have to improve even more. And I always go back to Kyle Walker, man. When we got Cancelo, Kyle Walker's performances just went through the roof because when he had Danilo behind him, he knew Danilo was never taking that spot off him.
Well, to be fair, Danilo started that famous Liverpool game because Kyle Walker was playing like crap during that December period.
But you know what I'm saying, innit?
Like, yeah, I know what you
Kyle
mean.
Walker never felt threatened by Danilo, not properly.
No.
Yeah?
In fact, he pushed Cancelo into left back.
So, that's the point. But when Cancelo come through the door, I felt that Kyle Walker's performances went through the roof, and he probably going, shit, this guy's fucking mint. And this could potentially happen with Doku again. Doku played mint today. I thought he was so good, man. He cut Miley first 20 minutes, then he sort of faded out, and then second half he got straight back in there again. Great crossing for the goal, and obviously Bernardo was involved in that. He didn't get the assist or whatever. But yeah, nice, man. You know what I mean? I think Doku's having a decent season. He just needs to add a few more goals to his game, man. Add a few more goals to his game, then he's going to be some player. He is. But yeah, he was my man of the match today. Got a lot of people in the chat saying Huzanov, some people saying Elaine. But yeah, for me, I thought Doku.
The guy's doing too much, bro. Like, he's so. How can you look over this guy? Look past this guy, man. He's just too much of a handful. Like, for me, goals or not, you're gonna get goals elsewhere, man. This is a guy you need on that field.
He does a lot. You know, he does a lot of psychological damage to fullbacks. He just runs them into the ground. He takes the souls over 90 minutes, don't he? He just does.
Yeah, man.
He just does. Imagine having to deal with that for 90 minutes. And then imagine doing it for 75, you're thinking, oh, it's done here, and you bring in somebody else, and it's like,
yeah, exactly, bro.
You know,
bro. Again,
that right back at Exeter had to deal with Semenyo for 65 minutes, and he's like, thank God he's going off, and you bring Doku, and he might as well just walked off the pitch and just gone, you know what, I'm done, boss.
People like Savio as well. I think you need guys like Savio. You know what I mean, bro? You need a squad in it, and Savio for me will be a good squad player. You know, you can't just have them two and that's it. No wingers. You
take the weight off shoulders. Like take the weight off certain players' shoulders who are struggling and see how they do.
Well, if we can start winning games and put a run together and start playing some better football, the pressure will reduce on some of these players. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, when Savio was playing earlier in the season or whatever, and he wasn't playing very well, we was under mad pressure. We had to win games. We weren't playing particularly well. Now, if he can come into a team that's a lot better, build Tariq, man. Catch you later, bro. Make sure you guys are going to Tarek's doing a stream, guys, so to go and watch Tarek after we finish the panel.
Did you see that instance though, LB, bro? Sorry to interrupt you, man.
That's good, bro.
Where Bruno Grimaldes has had to take that yellow card because Doku has just done I can't even describe what he did. It was illegal what Doku did right there, bro. It was towards the bar line, and you know, Bruno Grimaldes had to take the yellow card. It was just like, bro, good luck finding that anywhere else in the world, man. Yeah, so good.
Nick says Turkey's now on 17 GA, 15 if you take out. Yeah, I don't include Club World Cup, man. Not this year. So it's 15 GA this season, halfway through the season. Yeah, class, man.
Mate, it's sneaking up those numbers for Amar. Reinders was having a poor season until the start of January.
Yeah, Reinders has like,
he's got
12 GA.
He's got 12 now.
Yeah.
And but more
assist for Haaland as well.
Performances have gone up as well, Reinders.
Yeah, they're sneaking up those numbers now. They are.
Yeah. He's starting to get numbers, but his performances, I thought he was good today when he come on.
They're all heading to like 20 G&As each season, them two.
You know what's mad, right? It's because like you look at someone like Reinders, yeah. So you look at the right back, Nunes is putting in solid. You're looking at the left back, solid. The centre backs are doing well, yeah. Even though everyone says our defense is shit, even though we've got the second best defense in the league. Rodri's coming back. Like I don't think we're playing well at the moment, but a lot of the individual players, the performance levels are just creeping up ever so slightly. We're getting GA. I still think, and I've said this all season, I still think at some point this year, this team's going to click into gear and we're going to start playing well. Not just get the results, because we're getting results at the moment. We're unbeaten in 11. Yeah, we're unbeaten in 11. But I think for me, at some point soon, I still think this team's going to click into gear and we're going to start playing mega football.
What are we? 13 unbeaten now? We've sort of like got ourselves to 13 or 14 games unbeaten.
Yeah, something like that. Does anyone know in the chat how many games unbeaten we are?
I'm sure it's 13.
13. It's 13.
I think it is 13, yeah.
So we've got some 13 games unbeaten when we've really been...
And we've not even been that good.
7 of those games have been all right. The other 6 have been a bit ropey, but we're still 13 unbeaten. These are the runs that are like... Look back at it all the time, you're like, you know what, lads? We're not actually doing that bad. All we've got to do is start putting a few wins together. You know, 3 wins and a bounce, and then the gap closes, and you know what I mean? That's the momentum, and it's the momentum that there's parallels to the treble season when we got to this time of the year and we weren't great, but we're still sniffing around. You know what I mean? And something clicked into place. Now, if you look at it, we are a bit off that in terms of squad quality, but you would have thought that 3 years ago would have done that. You know, as long as the momentum's there for a reason.
Yeah, that's mad, isn't it? I still think,
and obviously,
going to start putting top.
But those draws, though, bro, you know, they should have been wins, man. Some of them draws, innit? You know, don't want to Brighton and that, man.
Well, if Semenyo's there for Sunderland, we win Sunderland. We probably win all 3 games if Semenyo's there. No Glaze,
literally,
man. We do.
I'm not sure about
we have him now, innit? So
we would have beaten Brighton for sure.
Bro, Chelsea though, we got into mint positions against Chelsea. We just fucked the final pass.
Yeah, that's not really a Semenyo thing though. That's more a Foden Cherokee.
Maybe, yeah. I have said Chelsea's probably the one that I'm least confident on with Semenyo. But the Sunderland game and the Brighton game for me, we definitely win them games if Semenyo's in the team.
The way I think of that is if we'd have won those 3 games, would we have probably got Semenyo in over the line so soon? You know, so if we've had to draw those games to just absolutely wrap up Semenyo,
I still think we get him in.
I know, but what I'm saying is, if those not winning those games has made him go fucking full sense, Semenyo get him in tomorrow, then I'll take that.
Well, they're saying that it had to be done in the first 10 days anyway.
Do we know that?
That's what people said.
What I'm saying is, if that's made them pull the plug and say, yeah, we're having it, he's got to go get him now because look, it was a price worth paying not winning those games.
Maybe we'll see. If we lose the league by 4 points, then you know what I mean.
If so be it, so be it. That's the price. That's the price and the ticket, isn't it? That's the fun.
Are you going, Steve? You going, Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and tune into you boys. I'm gonna listen to you in it. But yeah, have a good stream, man.
Mate,
I'll catch you later. Can I speak about Rico Lewis, bro? Because I'm a big fan of Rico Lewis, and he splits this fan base a lot. A lot of my mates, season ticket holders, a lot of them can't stand him.
My mates can't stand him.
Oh, right. Do you like him?
My group chats hate him. Yeah,
bro. Some of my fans, some of my mates, fucking hate him. Like they just.
He's a scapegoat, isn't he?
I'm like, bro, he's 21 years old, and he's played 100 games already. He's still developing physically. Like I think he's grown me this year. I'm gonna be real with you. He's always trying to get the ball forward, and I'm like, I get it, right? You don't really want him in the midfield necessarily in like a mad physical game, but what I like about him, and I say this to the chat all the time, is he's always looking to move the ball forward. He very rarely passes the ball backwards or sideways. He's always front foot, trying to get the ball forward. Yeah, and that's obviously you've seen him against Exeter get a couple of goals because he gets in the box as well. But he splits. Some City fans can't stand him. What are you saying?
There's 2 Ricos, isn't there? There's the Rico that is in the final third is a very effective player. And then there's the right back Rico that has been exposed quite a bit for his size and his defensive skills. That you can't. There's two of them, and then a lot of people are in the middle, and you'll only ever see the defensive Rico, which they think has been responsible for us not winning the league last year. You know, he's the scapegoat. Is the Bernardo Silva? Is the scapegoat? Is the Sterling? He's all these scapegoats into one. Is the next one on the production line, right? Of being the scapegoat. So, you know, if last season he wasn't playing right back and he wasn't pushing. If he hadn't done that, you'd be looking and thinking he's actually a cracking player here. He's had an England cap or caps. You know what I mean? So he's a good player, and he's kind of like the epitome of our academy. He's so versatile; he can play anywhere, and he's been brought up right. He is. I imagine what him and Phil Foden are like. What you would expect for our academy to produce for the next 20 years. Them players, they just are. That's the way it is. They are your poster boys for the academy. I know O'Reilly is now, and he's come after that. And then the next one after O'Reilly will be looking at those 3 going, this is how it's done, boys. And someone like Rico is the perfect. He is like a future captain. He has that in him. He really does has it. I just don't
depends
think
if that's enough for him, though, isn't it?
There'll come a time if he's not playing games, then he'll probably say to himself, if he gets to 23, you know, and he ends up like James McAtee where he's not playing, you've got a decision to make. But, you know, he probably is grounded. He understands where he's at. He understands the pathways in front of him have been there. Look at what happened to Foden. He had to bide his time. You know what I mean? And he's been there. He's around that. And he's if he's happy with being a bit part and so he can nail down position or he doesn't, then so be it. Have him around.
That's
man,
the question for him. How many minutes do you think he's played in the Premier League this year?
About 80. It's not much.
No, more than that because he started the first 2 games.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
He's played about 200 minutes.
Yeah, so 2 games.
But he gets minutes in the Champions League. He's played a few minutes there. He started every game. He started all the FA Cup games. He started all the Carabao Cup games apart from tonight. He started the FA Cup games. It depends if that's enough for him. But the thing is, people forget he's only 21.
21. Been playing for us since he was 17, hasn't he?
It's because he's been around for so long.
If you get one of those things out of Men in Black and anyone who's watched him defensively and do that in front of their eyes, and all you've got left is to see the Rico that is in the midfield to the final third, you're thinking, fucking hell, what a player we've got. You just cannot right away out of people's memories those defensive things. And it's not his fault. He's playing there as he's playing there because he's been asked to play there, you know what I mean? So it's like if you can erase those memories from that, then we've got an hell of a player there. And he's just a perfect pet player. He's the Philip Lahm, Kimmich sort of style.
Exactly. People compared him to Philip Lahm when he first broke in because he's that right back who can invert. He's so smart. He's so tenacious, and he's always been a leader as well. I mean, he captained the side for a bunch of that Exeter game. He was always a captain in the academy. Like he's just useful for his tangible assets and his intangible assets. He's so smart, so versatile, left back, right back, midfield. And like LB says, he's so progressive with it. I think, again, there were times in this first half where I feel like everyone was saying it's too slow. But again, when he came on, it was all forward. There were times in the first half where there was green grass ahead of players and they'd turn around and pass it backwards and it would do my head in. But that's what Rico's for. He always thinks forward.
That I said before, you know, that goal we scored against Exeter with the Semenyo cross.
Yeah.
You watch that. He sees the gap and he's pointing. He's in, and that's a striker's mentality. You know, that's somebody who understands how to play football in the final third. And we've had to have him putting and churning right back performances in when he's got that in his locker. And I think that's why Pep and the coaching team and our academy lads see that in him, and it's just the perfect place to have because he's the right man for the right opportunities in the right games. Yeah, he's never gonna mix it up in a title match where you're playing against a physical monster in midfield. He's not that sort of guy, but you put him in a game where you're looking to break a bit of counter-attacking and find the right chances in the final third. He's perfect for that.
And there's also like a little bit of Bernardo to his game. He's very tenacious. He's very, very, very good in small spaces. So I'm wondering
if that's a scrap, doesn't he, Rico?
Do you think he's the Bernardo? Do you think he's the natural Bernardo replacement?
That's what I'm thinking. I wonder if that's what the club's thinking. Like, he's English. These techie little players don't grow on trees. I wouldn't hate it personally. I know people want to spend big on someone like Anderson, but I don't know.
I think the guy needs to get in the gym, man. I'm not just, and I know people say that, yeah, and I'm like, but I'm actually dead to being serious. I think if this guy,
is he 5'8"? You can't grow in the gym height, mate. He's not to deal with that.
No, I'm talking about a bit more strength. I think if he can get in the gym,
he looks like he's bulked up though, doesn't he?
He does. I think so. I've said it before. I think this year, I think he's grown. I think his height's grown. I think he looks taller to me. And yeah, but if he gets in the gym, puts on a little bit of weight, a bit of muscle, and then just a bit stronger, I think that's what he needs to do. Yeah, but who knows? But then he might lose a little bit of that acceleration, that, you know what I mean, that also he's very good at. So
I think he is the Bernardo squad replacement. Now you're not going to replace Bernardo like for likes, are we? We're never going to do that. But I think he's been around the squad long enough to understand how we play, what's needed. You know, he understands multiple positions like Bernardo does. You know, and he's good on the ball and he can find those pockets. So he'll have learned from him for the last 4 or 5 years. And if that means that we don't have to go out and find a Bernardo replacement straight away, because you can't replace one of them, you just can't replace him. You know what I mean? So if having him on the squad already is a natural successor for Bernardo, it leaves you an opportunity to then go out and spend somebody on like an Anderson.
Yeah, no, I agree. It frees up money, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it frees up money for sure. See what you guys are saying. Rico's bulked up somewhat. He still gets shoved off the ball. He is best. He has a tank like Rodri, AK, to cover him a lot. Variables needed. Yeah, I agree. I think you need someone a little bit more physical next to him, to be honest with you. But yeah, I just think he gets a little bit too much hate, to be honest with you.
On that comment, does Bernardo get shoved off the ball a lot? Not really. But but Bernardo's learned over the years how to use his body, like David Silva. David Silva, Bernardo Silva. You can't get the ball off him. Joe Linton wouldn't be able to get the ball off David Silva.
That's why they get fouled so much.
That's
because
it.
They realise, oh shit.
I don't think you have that until you develop that over the years. Because
correct,
David Silva didn't really start doing that until he was mid-20s.
Yeah, no, I agree. Bernardo did it a few times tonight, where like he holds onto the ball.
You understand how to use the ball, use your body in front of the ball. That comes with experience, and I think he can develop that.
Yeah,
he's got the physique for it. And
another one who's great at that is Doku. Obviously, totally different position, but that's one of Doku's best traits as well.
No, yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Let's have a look at this chat coming before. It says, if we don't sign a quality centre back like Gay, I guarantee next season we'll have people moaning about too many projects. Absolute joke not wanting Gay. I'm with you, bro. I'd go for him. I would go for him. I'd go for him and then loan out Vita Hayes to a Premier League side next summer. And then you've got Diaz, Huzanov, Gavadio, Gay, and then I'd probably keep Elaine as a fifth choice.
So let's say on that then, mate. So let's say you get Gahey and loan Reece out to a Premier League side. What happens if Reece has an amazing season? What do you do then? You've got 5 centre backs. One's got to go.
Well, if the 5 that I've got are doing well, I'll just cash in on Hayes. I cash in on him.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Fine, just cash in, buy back, happy days. Bro, that's what you got to do, isn't it?
He's speechless.
If one of the 5 that we've got have done shit, sell them, bring Hayes in. Like, you're gonna have to sell. People have to get used to selling players. Like, you know,
we don't usually sell players like we don't know, do we?
No, but we had to sell Alvarez because he wasn't happy. We had to sell Laporte. We had to sell Cancelo. Like, bro, you're not gonna be able to keep all these players happy. Let's fucking buy players, and then the ones that are not the best will sell. If Vita Hayes goes on loan to a Premier League side next year and he tears it up and he's one of the best centre-backs in the league, let's sell one of our current 5 players. Sell Diaz.
Who do you sell then out of the 4?
Well, depends. Whoever's the shittest.
So what if Guardiola's a poor season?
Well, obviously Gavadio.
No. So Guardiola's not in that list then, so you can't sell Guardiola. What about Kuznov? If Kuznov has a poor season, and then what? Are you going to sell him after all the glazing and the project that you want there? You're going to say no to that.
At the end of the day, you have to make a decision.
You're left with 2. So that's Gahey or Diaz. And I know full well you're not going to sell Gahey, so you want Diaz gone.
If Vita Hayes goes on loan next year and kills it, and Kuzanov stinks the gaff out next year, then I would move on Kuzanov and bring in Vita Hayes.
You ain't somebody clip that. You ain't having that.
Well, you clip it because Huzanov's not going to have a stinky season next year because he's mega. But you can't just have 6 centre backs at the club. You're going to have to sell someone.
You don't want 5.
You wouldn't like the answer if I actually told you the truth. It'd be Diaz that I'd probably get rid of.
I know it's Diaz you want gone. Yeah, I know that. I can see it.
It would be Diaz.
Yeah, I can see it. You all want him gone.
No, I don't want him gone, but you're forcing me to make a decision. You're saying, if this happens, what would you do? Well, if that
we got to the root of it is that you wanted Diaz gone. It's fine. We're all right.
If Vita Hayes gets loaned out to a Premier League side next year and slams it, and he's one of the best centre backs in the league, and you're forcing me to make a decision, yeah, I probably would get rid of Diaz. Okay. But you're forcing me to make that decision. I don't want to make the decision. Yeah,
it's a decision based on the consequences of you really wanting Gahey.
All right, boys. Anything else you wanted to speak about from tonight, or just generally, or what?
Poppy is a narcissist. My God, it's an opinion.
Who said that?
A narcissist.
A narcissist. Right. Yeah.
What for talking about centre backs? He's not even talking about himself.
That chat is crazy. Can I just say, shout out Ryan Nori, man. Yeah, I had a feeling that he was going to come back and do well after watching him at the AFCON.
I thought he was stuck in an airport somewhere. Next minute he rocked up at St James and he's got 5 minutes at the end.
I know. I'm surprised that he was even there tonight. Yeah, Pep said that he only arrived last night because he didn't make the connection flight, which is
got a taxi straight to airport, from the airport to the ground, and somebody bought his boots for him. He's gone straight in.
I know, but I'm surprised he even got a connecting flight. It's only 3.5 hours to Morocco. Or 3 hours.
It is, yeah.
Well, that's a bit weird. But at the AFCON, he defended really well. And I know a lot of people have said that they're a bit concerned about Ait Nouri, about his defensive side of the game. Well, I don't know how many people in the chat watched him at AFCON, but at AFCON, he actually didn't. I don't know if you watched it, Danny, but he actually didn't really show much going forward in the AFCON, but he showed a lot defensively. He was very good defensively.
I did watch.
A lot of positional play was very good, heading the ball away loads. He did a last-ditch tackle against, I think it was Nigeria. It was either Nigeria or Congo, I can't remember, but he did a last-ditch tackle there. Great challenge. And then tonight, so I had a feeling that, all right, when he comes back, I think he's going to do well. And then tonight when he come on, he was only on a pitch for a few minutes, man, but the technical ability he's got, that second goal was outstanding. 2-2 Ryan. Yeah, beautiful goal.
It's good. Things about Nori he just feels so. It seems to slow down when he gets the ball in the final third, doesn't it? It's like he knows a move ahead about it. It was like that at Wolves. You get players that are coming forward at left back, and you think you've got dangly legs, and you feel like he's taking a bad touch. I know he just seems to be so. He seems to have like that ball sticks to his feet kind of ability, doesn't he? He can jink at an angle. He's like that jinking out of FIFA sort of stuff.
It was like that Club World Cup as well. I thought I was watching Marcelo. He was tremendous.
Good. Yeah. Well, I said when we signed him, he reminds me of Marcelo, the way he plays. And then when we signed him, he done an interview with City and they said, who do you look up to? And he said, Marcelo. And I was like, fucking come on. I was like, I've seen it, man. I've seen the Marcelo, the way he plays. But the way that he like can manipulate the ball, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, because when he got the ball back off Semenyo on the second goal, because obviously he throws it to Semenyo and then Semenyo gives him the ball back. And then so he's got a Newcastle player coming in at this angle and he sort of like rolls the ball back and then moves it into whoever. I think he gives it back to maybe Semenyo or whatever. And then obviously he goes searching for it. And then he's got that connection with Ryan Cherky, who does the back heel. He gives it him back. It was just a mint goal, man. He's a techie baller. So he's nice to watch. And then Cherky's nice to watch. So when they combine, it's going to be mega. And that's what happened tonight. They combined. It was just a mega goal. So, yeah, to be honest with you, I want to see, not Saturday. I still go O'Reilly, I think, on Saturday at left back. But
he's an option now, isn't he? He's an option. He's played. How many players did how many games he played at the African Nations? 5 or 6?
Not a lot, yeah.
5,
so 5. So he's match fit. He's match fit. He's been playing at a good standard, and he's coming back after having a good tournament. And he can hit the ground running. He's got an assist tonight.
He's another one that I play against Bodo Glimt and Wolves.
Yeah,
I say to him, listen, you've only just come back. Yeah, we're cooking with O'Reilly. Let me just do O'Reilly and then I'm going to give you this opportunity against Bodo Glimt and Wolves. I want you to take that position off O'Reilly. That's your challenge. Your big money signing. Well, not big money, but £30 million signing. Yeah, it was big money 15 years ago. Take that position off him. Make me in that next game, when we get to like the Spurs game away, make me pick you, not O'Reilly.
Yeah, give me a decision. Give me a dilemma.
Give me a decision to make, man.
Yeah.
And the thing is now we're getting a few positions. You got the sort of centre backs. Obviously, if these guys can lock it down when Diaz comes back in, if we get Gay, there's going to be some nice competition. Yeah, one of the only positions we don't have competition for is fucking right back, Nunes. But luckily, he's fucking holding it down. So yeah, and obviously striker. But
you know what? On the right back thing, mate. What I mean, are we all agreed that Liveramento's chalked?
Yeah.
He's got legs made out of fucking.
It's the money for me. Like
played all legs.
Pete, I remember some guy in the chat asked me about a year ago. He said, "LB, if you could get Reece James for like 35 mil, would you take him?" I said, "Yeah, I take him because it's 35 mil, and it's worth the risk." Because if you can keep him fit even for like 35 games a season, it's a John Stones thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but then again, Reece James has held himself together for like
a year. He's done well,
he can't. He's got Ledley King legs, and he can't train.
You can't be spending 70 million plus on an injury-prone player. So I think sign a new contract at Newcastle, lad. Get you the bag, and you just do that. And I think what we'll do is, but I also think our position in terms of the target of the right back has changed since the summer, because in the summer we're looking for a number one right back. He has to be number one, blah blah blah. Yeah. I don't think I'm in the same position anymore. I think I'm looking at is listen, if you can go get me Hakimi, yeah, go and get him. Or Reece James, go and get him, or Timber, go get him. But that's not gonna happen. I'm not now desperate, because of the way Nunes has played, for a new right back. So what I'm looking at now is I am now more open to the idea of going getting a younger right back. Who's the best right back in world football under the age of 21, 22? And take the gamble. And go and say you're coming in behind Nunes. Nunes is mega. Go and if you're meant to be the best right back in world football under the age of 22, go and take the position. I think that's the way I'd probably go.
My other question is, what kind of right back do you want? Do you want someone who's like Nunes, or do you want one of them hybrid right back, center back kind of players?
Akanji.
Nah, I don't want an Akanji style. I want a proper right back.
You want proper right back? All right, fair enough then.
So can we finally? I never want to hear Aina's name mentioned again on this channel. Then.
Nah, never again.
Good.
Dumfries never again.
I'll go over that.
Munoz never again. Aina never again.
I'll go over that. Yeah.
But now I'm looking at who's and obviously we did get linked with that Reed, the guy, didn't we? We got linked with him.
Yeah, he was. I think he's just come back from injury. He was out for a few weeks, about a month ago. So I haven't watched him in a while, but he's decent. He's all right.
Yeah. Sweet. Is anyone else I wanted to speak about?
You know what? I think we should address Foden dropping off a cliff again.
I don't like this position that he's playing, bro.
No.
Now, before people say, LB's protecting Foden. No, I think the level has dropped again. There you go. And I wouldn't play him against United. I'd drop him and play Turkey. That good enough? Yeah, I'll jump to fucking kill him.
What do you think it is? What do you think's caused it?
Well, first of all,
he's one of our most used players. He's been running to the ground, right?
Right. So potentially that's a thing. I don't like this deeper position that he's playing, bro. No. Like he's playing too deep. For me, I've always said I think Foden's best position, is just behind the striker, second striker, picking up the scraps, getting the ball on the edge of the box, firing it in, and all that kind of shit. I don't think he's good when he's deep. There was times today during the game, where Foden picked up the ball just inside the Newcastle half, and Bernardo was next to fucking Haaland. And I'm like, hang on a minute, it should be the other way fucking round.
Yeah.
Bernardo should be Haaland and Foden there. It should be Bernardo deep and Foden up top.
One thing I'm going to say that you're not going to like is I think this year, Foden's been better when Bernardo's played on the right. I think that for me, Bernardo holds the play up on the right and he can move the ball quickly into Foden, and Foden's then got that space to take first touch his left foot and he's running towards the net that way. You know, that's Foden's best position.
Inside right. I agree.
I think, right, but to get the best out of that, you needed Bernardo just to be basically a terrorist on the right wing that's just holding the play up and not doing much, but creeping forward to then get into the corner to move it quickly into that. If Cherky's out wide, Cherky's show is a bit different to that. Cherky's more of a we'll do something together rather than Bernardo being the one that just doesn't do it.
I'll tell you what though, right? There's a very good point here from FUEFA, and I think it's worth mentioning, right? And I'm not saying he's stunk the gaff out tonight, whatever, right? But I think he's almost being sacrificed in terms of his performances because I think he's doing a job for Pep.
He is. He understands the system, which is why he's playing.
Pep trusts him to do this.
Pep trusts him to do it, and he might be. He's not playing well. He's not getting the numbers that we all want, but he's in the right place. He's moving the ball at the right time. He's taking the right positions. You know, and everyone wants this shiny new toy syndrome to Shirky to play there, but he won't deliver what Foden can. Now he might get some assists and stuff, but you're losing a lot in terms of defensive, the structure, the tempo. You know, I think Foden understands that, which is why he will probably just be playing all the time, unless he's not fit. Like Bernardo, people don't like seeing Bernardo play because you feel he's taking up someone else's spot, but he's fundamental to how we play.
Yeah. Like Bernardo today dropped deep a couple of times, helped the build up a lot, but that's what he should be doing. Like we were saying a couple of minutes ago, Foden should be the one higher up the pitch, feeding off the scraps. Bernardo should be the one dropping deep, helping with the build up, because that's what Foden's best at. I disagree with that. With what people say that he's not creative. I think he is creative, but I think his strength is by far like finishing and scoring goals, because his finishing bag is actually quite versatile as well.
He is creative, bro, but he's not a David Silva or a Kevin De Bruyne or a Church.
But those are unicorns. Those are unicorn players.
I agree.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to see is we need to take him off fucking corners. There's got to be a better set piece.
I don't mind his corner.
No, I just don't. Get him on the edge of the box, mate.
Oh right, yeah, fair.
Yeah, right, somebody can put a decent crossing with some whip, not these floating things at that post, and get forward on the edge of the box.
I hear the edge of the box thing, but I don't think his corner's that bad. I think his corner's all right.
Mate, I just don't think there's enough. I don't like it. They're just not threatening enough.
I don't mind
Look,
it.
look at Declan Rice, mate. Look at Declan Rice's corners. They are pingers to the right spot.
But again,
Yes.
Corners are floating merchants.
unicorn. Yeah,
I don't
unicorn.
like it.
You can't just compare a trait to one of the best players
what I'm
at doing
saying
that trait.
If somebody's put in a poor corner, then it doesn't matter who's put in a poor corner, does it? If the
I don't
corner's
think he
coming,
does put in poor
if the
corners.
corner's coming in, and it's not great. Then it doesn't matter who's taking it. If the corner's coming in, it's not great, but it's a not great corner, but Foden's on the edge of the box to maybe pick up a scrap and hit it and drill it.
Listen,
I'd rather
if you phrase it like that. No, if you phrase it like that,
yes, that's what I'm saying.
You'd rather him be on the edge of the box because he'd be better for the knockdown. I get it. But I don't think his corners are bad. I think he takes decent corners, to be honest with you. I think he whips them in.
I just think the advantage is you get him in a position where you're guaranteed more of an outcome than just.
I do hear that though. I do hear the point. And actually, he scored one against, was it Dortmund a few years ago off a corner, or PSG? Which he actually did a short corner, didn't he?
The Dortmund away from home, the second leg, yeah.
Remember when we played it and then it was shot.
The bottom corner one, yeah.
I'm just thinking of percentages, man. I'm just thinking that there's more value to him being the guy the ball falls to.
Yeah. So if you're talking about value, is it actually beneficial for him to do it, or should he be on the edge? I get that. Yeah.
Anyone can put a corner in, mate.
Well, I actually think that he don't play, but I think Marmoush should take more corners, bro.
Marmoush, Cherky should take him. You know, there's players there that can do it. I would rather a Reinders take a corner than Foden be edge in the box, then Foden take a corner and it'd be Reinders it falls to.
I mean, I think Foden's corners are like situationally good because, like in December, we did a lot of like Foden cross into the back post for Vardiol to knock it down. We don't have Vardiol anymore, so I'm not sure how useful that is anymore. Like we had Doku on corners today, and that was a bit weird to me. We don't have a primary corner taker, which is just so
taking a corner. Put Bernardo there because what does Bernardo do? He stands around the penalty area trying to trip someone up.
I'll be offside. Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's it. If you're going to have somebody like that on the pitch, if he's going to be ineffective, let him be the ineffective one who's putting a cross in. It's a bit too knocked down.
All right. I think we've covered most things, man. Shout out Pep again. I thought the subs were class. Rodri, Rico Lewis, and Reinders. I thought those substitutions were excellent. He threw on Cherky at the end. He got the goal. He threw on Nori. He got the assist. So I think Pep tonight got it spot on. You know what I mean? A lot of people were losing the shit before the game about the starting 11, even though I don't really understand what people really wanted. Maybe they wanted Cherky to start. Maybe they wanted Rodri to start. I get that. But other than that, it was pretty chill. But yeah, I thought Pep got it spot on, really. And shout out Visser because he had many chances and he did not have his shooting boots on tonight. I think they paid like 50 mil, bro, or 60 mil or something. He done decent at Brentford, but yeah, tonight, man, he did not have his shooting boots on one little bit, man. And obviously they couldn't start Barnes because he's played 240 minutes in the last week, apparently. So yeah,
I like Barnes. I think he's a good player.
I like Barnes, man. I like him. I think he's good.
He was a bagsman at Leicester as well.
He's a bagsman at Newcastle.
Yeah.
He's just one of those players that aren't good enough for the top 4 or 5 clubs, but for the next one down, he's probably just a bit too good. He's like one of those in between, like Grealish.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, Andrew, yeah, you are right. We probably should have conceded a goal, but at the same time, we should have scored at Sunderland. We should have scored against fucking Brighton. We probably should have had one against Chelsea. So, you know, we've been a bit unlucky recently in front of the goal. And tonight we got a little bit fortunate in terms of not conceding. You know,
but then again, this is a Newcastle side who've scored in every home game prior to today, so you kind of expect to concede. So you don't go to St. James's Park and keep them out for 90 minutes. They're going to create.
And realistically, that should be job done now. That really, you know,
I think the tide's over there. We can't lose to them at home.
Yeah, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I reckon you rotate the second leg, especially because. What was it you was calling it? The Devil Week with like
the Devil Week, yeah.
Tottenham and Liverpool either side of it. I feel like you've got to rotate.
Stop giving Tottenham the credit. I'm sick of it. We need to get out of the PTSD because they're not the same Tottenham that we played against.
I get that, but it's a non-trivial game. It's still a fairly difficult game.
It's not.
I wouldn't rotate the whole team. I'd make maybe 4 changes.
We can't rotate, mate. You're gonna
just put possession merchants on the pitch, man. Yeah, I'd play Cherky, I'd play Bernardo, fucking Savio. Just play these guys who just keep the ball. You know what I mean? Keep me the ball, lad. I don't need you to score me goals. Keep the ball for 90 minutes. Yeah. I want people on Twitter saying City are boring. That's what I want.
You know, funnily enough, as Demo's saying there, that Newcastle loss 12 years ago was 2-0 at home in the League Cup. I remember that game. Rolando Aarons and Musa Sissoko.
Mm.
So kind of ironic, but I would rotate a bit. I would.
It is 3 weeks away, Danny. You don't know what happens by then, mate.
They might rotate. He might think, "Fuck it, we're out." You never know. They've got
Champions
Champions League
for us by then. You know,
they've got to get top
Marmouche
4. They're still in the Champions
tested.
League, so they might fuck it off.
They got some mad fixtures in the Champions League as well.
Yeah, they got PSG.
They got PSG or something. And,
yeah,
their
schedule's pretty grim coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, sweet. I'm gonna do these chats and we'll get out of here, boys. Big up Crystal, who says, "Have you seen the Pep interview? He's had it with the officials. All aside, top win. Still need to do better in areas, but 1 foot in the final. Happy day," says Crystal. Yeah, there we go. Do you guys? Because Crystal's basically saying what I'm saying, right? That like, well, he's not said it word for word, but I think at some point we will click into gear. But I have been saying this since August. I don't think we clicked into gear. I still don't think we're playing great football. I still don't think we're playing well. But we're just getting across the line.
There's flashes, isn't there? There's flashes.
10 minutes here or whatever, or a game here. Do you think that we will come good this year? Or do you just think this is City this season a bit inconsistent? I'm still wanting to believe that we are going to fucking click into gear and play some mega football.
What's your definition of coming good?
Like playing well for 90 minutes, game after game. Not play well for half an hour and then shit, or play well for a game and then the next 2 games shit. Like, put in 5 or 6 games.
I think so. I think so too. But I don't know if that's going to be enough to close a 6-point gap.
It's 4 convincing wins in a row where one of them includes a rival.
Yeah.
If we can put Arsenal to bed, and then the games around that are convincing, then I would say we're all right. But even if we get to the end of the season, mate, in the last 3-4 weeks, and we're still not really in gear, I'm all right. I'm all right with that. It is what it is. Sometimes you just got to win ugly.
I know, but you can't win a league like that. You've got to be consistent.
We're about to find out, mate.
Yeah, but this is the point. We're already, as Danny said, we're already 6 points behind. And
we've been worse off, mate. We've been 8 points.
No. But the point I'm making is, if we're going to win this league, we're going to have to start playing better. And that's what I'm saying. I think at some point, I think we are going to play better soon. But will it be too late? That's what I've said all season. But by the time we start playing better, will it be too late?
Rodri's fit to play 3
games. I think Rodri's still the key, which is crazy. Yeah. But
absolutely.
What we're saying, Rodri's about another 4 weeks away from being that.
Let's say
mid-February.
I think tiredness has a lot to do with it. I think
Rodri shouldn't be tired though, should he?
No, but if he rotates against Bodo and Wolves, that hopefully then going into the Devil week, hopefully then the players will be fresh, and that can be the week that we can
I tell you, I need Haaland firing before that Devil week. Like, I'm not going to criticize him too much because we won, but I need him back before that.
I'd rest him for the Wolves game and the Bodo game.
Yeah.
Can't lie. But yeah, anyway, there we go. Big up Crystal, big up Camaro as well, says overthinking the Foden thing. He's simply not having a good touch on a ball and not making good decisions, says Camaro. Okay.
But we're still winning. We're still scoring. We're still doing all right. It's not all reliant on Foden. Look at what we've achieved. Other players have achieved. If it's not Foden doing it. 4 weeks ago, Foden was our second leading goal scorer, and he was. Now look at what's happening since. Other players are contributing. So don't be so worried that if Foden's not doing it, at least somebody else is.
Just someone will do it. Yeah, and now you've got
Reinders has stepped up when Foden.
And now you've got Semenyo,
Cherky. Yeah,
this is the thing. If you can get Semenyo, Cherky, Reinders, Foden, and Haaland in the same team, I don't know if you can, but if you can do that, surely you're gonna fucking score a goal.
Yeah, not even all on the same team, but like, what are the odds that all 5 of them are like playing crap at the same time?
Exactly.
It's very, very low.
Just need 3 of those 5 to be doing all right, and that's the rest of it can be patched up.
Exactly. Yeah, Andrew Nah just said that he's got incredible knock, whatever that means. I don't know what that means. Maybe they'll ask him in the post-match presser. I don't know. I literally have no idea what that means. Incredible knock. That's what Pep said. So footnotes. But yeah, sweet. All right, lads, we'll leave it there.
Nice.
Big up to you boys. Big up Danny. Big up Paul. Big up Steve, who's just got to the gym. Shout out to Tarek as well. I think Tarek's just gone live, actually, I think. me see if he's gone live. I think he said he was going live or something.
Yeah, he usually goes live about half an hour ago this time. Yeah, he's live. He's live.
Oh yeah, he's live there, man. Yeah, I'll show off. I'll check a little redirect over there. Right, sweet. I'll be live tomorrow, boys. In the morning, we'll do some sort of review, chat about some random stuff, and then yeah, we got the Arsenal game tomorrow. That'll be live on the second channel, more LB. So make sure you're coming over to that one.
Who do we want for that? What we're saying? What's the?
I want Chelsea to win because I think you're better off playing Chelsea in a game, personally.
Yeah, I do too. I'm also very intrigued to see how Arteta would set up in a final. Because he's not had a final since his first half season at Arsenal.
He would crumble in a final.
I wonder what he'd do.
He'd crumble. He would crumble because of the pressure of him to win something. He crumbles at the best of times, let alone when it's down to a high pressure situation like that. He would fucking do. He would do worse than what Pep Guardiola did with Leon.
Yeah, that was fucking bad. We'll see at the back.
What was that with Eric Garcia?
Yeah, it was so bad. It's actually deep. It was so bad, that decision, that he had players' wives going on Twitter fucking calling the manager out. Do you remember Zinchenko's missus?
Oh shit! Yeah.
You remember when Zinchenko's missus went on Instagram or Twitter and started saying the manager was like,
yeah, I remember that.
Bro, his career died that day. You know, his career died that day at City, man. That was crazy.
Well, you say that. I think he started the Champions League final a year later, but
yeah, I know. I don't think Pep ever fully.
He was marked. He was marked.
But yeah, he was marked. He was a marked man. He was a marked man from then. Yeah, he was a marked man from then. But his careers fell off anyway. Right, sweet. Big up, lads, for jumping on. Shout out Pulpy, shout out Danny, shout out Steve Lewis, shout out Tarek. I might try and shout the lads tomorrow who didn't get on tonight, Jay and Bevo and maybe Joe, and that, see what they're saying, to get them on, to get their views. But yeah, big up to you lads. Smash the likes on the way out. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Shout out Stop Online Hate as well. Says thanks for the Chop Show. Foden hat trick incoming the United.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
Yeah, man. Now, big up to you, mate, and we'll catch you in the next one. Catch you later.
Peace.